we go from the hot sun at Las Vegas Motor Speedway to the hot sun at Homestead Miami Speedway. But regardless, we're going to be looking at our top fantasy picks here for this weekend for the 6th race of the 2025 season. But before we do that, let's look at our top 3 from our fantasy league, the NASCAR Fantasy Fillers, on who did the best at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Those people are in 3rd place, one if in one at 215 points, and then we had a tie for 1st place between Let's Go Byron and Christopher Flashimer 48 at 221 points. Congratulations to you guys. You guys were the top performers in our NASCAR Fantasy Filler League. All right, let's first start off with our top fantasy picks. These is the drivers from each manufacturer that we think are going to be going for the victory here this weekend. For the Fords, I got Ryan Blaney, driver of the number 12 machine. And for the Toyotas, I got the number 45 of Tyler Reddick. And in the Chevrolets, how about the number 5 of Kyle Larson? Kyle Larson was going for the sweep, but unfortunately came up short in the Xfinity Series race. Tyler Reddick has always been really good here at this race. There was a reason why he made it into the Championship 4. And Ryan Blaney was ever so close to getting the victory in fall. Has had some really fast cars. He's trying to bounce back from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He can do it at this racetrack. And for our mid-tier picks, these are drivers that we think are going to be doing pretty good in this race. May not be going for the victory, but will still get you a lot of fantasy points. Again, I'm going to use a driver from each manufacturer. For the Toyota group, I got Christopher Bell. You'd still want to keep him on due to his great consistency. For the Ford camp, I'm going to throw in Josh Berry. He still is showing speed after that victory. He's still qualified up front. So, hey, keep it going with him. He is still showing that he's a good fantasy pick. And then in the Chevrolet camp, how about William Byron? There's a reason why William Byron is first in the points. And if you've looked the last couple of seasons, he typically does good at the beginning of the season and then dips off a little bit. So start using him now while you still can. And lastly, 3 drivers to take a chance on here this weekend. I really like Bubba Wallace in the number 23. He has had himself a lot of speed in practice and has had some really good finishes here in the past. Another person who has a lot of speed that we usually don't see near the top, how about Noah Gragson in the number 4? This might be a really good run for him. He needs to get something going in that number 4 machine. And then the last one here, how about AJ Allmendinger? There's been 2 drivers who have the best average finish at 5.3. One is Christopher Bell. The other one is AJ Allmendinger. And lastly, for the 4 featured matchups here, our first matchup, we got Josh Berry going up against Brad Keselowski. Josh Berry just got a victory. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski is near the back end of the field. I just don't think it's going to be a good run for him here this weekend, so you want to go with Josh Berry. Next up, we have Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson. Honestly, either of these two would be great options, but I'm going to give the edge to Kyle Larson as he is just known for being a phenomenal performer here at this racetrack. Next up, in the third matchup, we got Carson Hocevar against AJ Allmendinger. As great as Carson Hocevar has been, I just cannot shy away from that great average finish that AJ Allmendinger has, so I'm going to be going for him in this third matchup. And then lastly, in the 4th matchup, we got Denny Hamlin in the number 11 going up against Ryan Blaney. Based on practice speed as well as qualifying, Ryan Blaney looks to be the better option here. He's also really pissed off, and you know, drivers who are usually pissed off can usually have themselves a really good run. So those are my 4 picks for the featured matchups and my overall picks here for this weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway.